Evan was a 29-year-old night shift nurse who worked at a busy hospital in the city. He was used to long, stressful hours, late-night coffee, and driving home when most people were fast asleep. He lived alone in a small rental house far outside the city, tucked between tall woods and an old rock quarry, surrounded by silence. It was peaceful most nights, and that's exactly why he liked it. But one Thursday night changed everything. His shift had been rough, multiple emergency surgeries, non-stop patient care, and no time to sit down. When he finally clocked out at 12:47 a.m., he felt like his brain was running on fumes. He got in his car, a beat-up silver Honda Civic, grabbed a stale cup of gas station coffee, and started the drive home. It was raining hard, and the roads were slick. Route 9 was a long, dark stretch of road that wound through dense forest, with barely any lights or houses for miles. It was the kind of road where you could drive for 10 minutes and never see another soul. Evan didn't mind it, he liked the quiet. But that night, something felt different. About 30 minutes into the drive, he saw someone on the side of the road. At first, he thought it might be a deer or a road sign, but as he got closer, he realized it was a person. Just standing there. Wearing a black hoodie and jeans, completely still, head down, hands at their sides. No flashlight, no phone, not even trying to flag him down. Evan slowed just slightly but didn't stop. He passed the figure and glanced in the rearview mirror. Still there. Not moving. Not turning around. Just, standing. He felt a strange chill in his stomach, but told himself it was nothing. Maybe someone walking home. Maybe someone with a broken-down car. It was weird, sure, but not impossible. 10 minutes later, he saw another one. Same hoodie, same jeans, same posture. But on the opposite side of the road this time. Same thing, standing perfectly still, head down, as if waiting. Evan's hands tightened on the steering wheel. It couldn't be the same person. Not unless they'd sprinted through the woods in the rain and somehow beaten him there. But what bothered him more was that this second figure was positioned exactly the same way. Too similar. Too perfect. It didn't feel like a person anymore. It felt like something acting like one. He tried to brush it off. Maybe it was just a weird coincidence. He turned off the radio to focus. No music, just the rain hitting the windshield and the slow thump of the wipers. Then, a few minutes later, a third one. This one was closer to the road. Closer to his car. He passed it, and as he did, it turned its head. Not the body, just the head, slow and stiff, like it was cracking its neck for the first time in years. Evan saw its face in the glow of the headlights, and his breath caught. There was no face. No eyes. No mouth. Just pale skin stretched across the shape of a human skull, like wax paper soaked in rain. Smooth and blank, except for two sunken holes where eyes should have been. Evan felt ice crawl down his spine. He swerved slightly, almost hit the guardrail, and floored the gas. He didn't know what it was, but it wasn't human. It couldn't be. He kept driving, refusing to look back. The GPS said he had about 13 minutes left until home. 13 minutes suddenly felt like a lifetime. His chest was tight. He started talking out loud, trying to stay calm. It's fine. Just keep driving. You're tired. You're seeing things. The road curved and twisted through the woods, and for a while, he saw nothing. Just the wet trees, his headlights slicing through fog, and the reflection of his own wide eyes in the rearview mirror. Then, around a sharp bend, someone was standing right in the middle of the road. No warning. No time. Evan slammed the brakes, tires screeching on the wet asphalt. The car slid to a stop just 10 feet from the figure. It didn't move. Didn't flinch. Just stood there in the pouring rain. Same black hoodie. Same blank face. Soaked to the bone, arms limp at its sides. Evan stared at it through the windshield, frozen. His heart pounded like a drum in his ears. He reached for the gear shift to reverse, when the figure took a step forward. Just one slow step. Evan's breath hitched. The car was in reverse. He hit the gas and jerked backward, trying to go around it. But the figure didn't react. Didn't chase. Didn't even look up. He passed it. For a moment, it disappeared behind him in the dark. Then, suddenly, it was gone. He looked around wildly. There was no one. No figure. No sign anyone had been there at all. The road was empty again. But something felt wrong. The air inside the car had changed. Heavy. Wet. Cold. He looked in the rearview mirror, and his blood turned to ice. There was water. Dripping. From the ceiling of the back seat. A slow, steady drop. 1, 2, 3. But there was no leak in his car. He hadn't opened the windows. And then, for just a second, he thought he saw something move in the back seat. A shape. A shifting shadow. He spun around, nothing there. But the seat was soaked. Like someone had been sitting there. He hadn't picked anyone up. The doors had never opened. Or at least, he didn't remember them opening. Evan drove the last few miles home like a man escaping death itself. He didn't stop to think. Didn't check the back again. He just drove, white-knuckled, until his house finally appeared through the fog. He parked, ran inside, locked every door, and collapsed on the floor. He sat there until the sun started to rise. When he finally stepped outside to check his car, it was gone. Not stolen. Not moved. Gone. No tire marks. No engine sounds in the night. Just an empty driveway, wet with rain. And in the center, one dark puddle. Shaped exactly like a person had been sitting there. Waiting.